Welcome to My Conversation, a presentation of KAIL-TV My Central Valley. Your host today is Austin Reed. So let's get My Conversation started.
Good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to My Conversation. Austin Reed hanging out with you. Thank you so much for joining us. We made it to the end of the week and we have another great show for you. Lots to talk about as we're wrapping up. Let's see, I think this is the third week of February now. Hey, you watch My Conversation weekdays from 10 to 10:30 right here on KAIL, right after Access Hollywood Live. Let me give you a little rundown of who we're going to be having a conversation with on today's show. So coming up in just a bit, we're going to be talking to John Engelbert from Engelbert Tax Services. Obviously, tax season in full effect, so we're going to have a good conversation about that. Also, Michael Flanagan from Wholesale Furniture Club in Clovis, California. He's here. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about Measure L in Madera County. William Ritchie and a fire chief will be joining us here in studio. So let's get the conversation. My beautiful studio audience, give a round of applause to John Engelbert from Engelbert Tax Services. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank
nice
you very
to
much
meet
for
you.
having me.
Absolutely. Good to have you. So tax season 2017 is in full effect. Engelbert Tax Services, how long have you been doing taxes for?
I started doing taxes back in 2011 when I left the IRS because I felt that being on this side instead of the dark side was much better to help out people.
So you actually worked for the IRS?
Yes, I used to go out and knock on people's doors and say, "Hi, I'm from the IRS and I'm here to help you."
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the response? I'm here to help you.
The famous Ronald Reagan line. Yes.
Yeah. People were still a little.
They're nervous, apprehensive. But what I did was I helped them figure out how to pay the federal government taxes that they owed. And then I just realized, I think I can do more good on the other side. So, and that's what I did.
Cool. So you opened up your own tax services.
I opened up my own tax services. I'm an enrolled agent. My license comes from the federal government, unlike a CPA that comes from the state of California.
So how is that exactly different?
So as a CPA specializes more in public accounting, I specialize in tax law. I specialize in dealing with all aspects of tax law. So I get into more the nitty-gritty of the issues at hand, and I represent taxpayers in front of the IRS so that if you had a tax issue, instead of you going and talking with them, I go and talk in your place.
You're kind of like an agent.
Yes.
An agent for people
Yes.
that are having tax problems.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, I like that. And that's different than you see, maybe other tax preparers or companies.
Correct.
So that's kind of your specialty.
It is.
So as you're looking at tax season here, 2017, what are some of the things that you're seeing that's different this year compared to 2016, 2015 even?
Some of the things different this year is, of course, the IRS is getting more and more stringent upon how people are claiming their children or children of other people on their tax returns. They're getting very more in detail on how this child belongs to you and not to the other person. That's one of the issues I'm seeing, kind of different, but I don't deal so much with the with where the tax laws changes in the really quirky sense, because a lot of my clients are year over year returning, so I get kind of lucky that I don't have to deal with trying to find all the new stuff that's happening because they're pretty stable.
So now, as far as if somebody's, our viewers that are watching today, and they're thinking, okay, last year I used TurboTax, right? Sorry, I'm throwing my pen at you.
That's okay.
You're used to pens, I know that. But they're thinking, maybe I should go with a licensed tax professional, and they're seeing you for the first time. Why would you tell them to sign with you and have you do their taxes?
Well, that's funny, but what I do is when people call me and say, hey, I would like to know how much you charge for taxes, and I've never had somebody prepare my taxes. What I tell them is, look, come in, let's just talk. If we get along, you like me or don't, you haven't actually locked yourself in. you should go out and visit other tax preparers, CPAs, enrolled agents, to get a feel for who is going to take your financial control of your life. Because once you get with a tax preparer, it's a long-term process. Most people don't change. Once they have one, they stick with them year over year because we know what's going on. We were there when the baby was born. How's this going to impact my life? What about financial planning? How am I going to deal with when this kid hits 18 and is ready to go to college, military, move out on their own? Want to buy a second house? How's this going to impact me? We're there for all those decisions, and we help them through those periods of time. So it's a long-term relationship.
It's like a realtor, right? Well, no,
Yeah,
kind
of.
So or an agent, an agent.
So that's how it ends up.
Okay.
So we end up being part of you for the long term.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Anything else that I missed in our first conversation with you today? Anything else that you want to throw out there for people that are watching that say, okay, yep, I want to at least give you a call?
Don't be afraid of making that phone call. Just say, hey, I don't know if I need it. And we're majority of the time less expensive than your chain tax preparers, but we provide a better service. With the chain tax preparers, those people will come in one year and then they're gone the next year. With us, it's a stay together. We work with you, we work with you, we work with you. We're together for a long time. So that's one of the benefits.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. If I did, my wife would kill me.
There you go. Phone number, website, how can people get a hold of you and make that first call?
So the first number to call is 559-326-2168. I'm located across the street from the Clovis DMV in downtown Clovis, or not downtown, but in Clovis, in between Fowler and Armstrong. And the website is engelberttaxservices.com.
John Engelbert, Engelbert Tax Services. Good information.
Thank you, Austin.
I like this interview. Thank you very much. Good luck for tax season 2017. I know you have a lot of work ahead. So
thank you very much.
You'll rock it. All right, you're watching My Conversation right here on KAIL, My Central Valley. We're back with more interviews on the other side of the break. Stick around.